Is your project green or is it really red? Well, here, I'm going to show you how to answer that question in just minutes. So, having led a $20 million modernization, integration, acquisition, lots of other stuff, you see common themes time and time again. So, what I did is took the stuff out of my noggin, put it in this questionnaire so that you can find out whether your project is a watermelon or not. That means green on the outside and red on the inside. So, follow me. Right. These questions, I've bucketed them into these 7 categories, and all you do is you go through and answer them. So, what is the team's track record in delivering similar work on time and scope with available resources? Hmm, they don't actually have any experience. So, that's going to be red. How much experience do you have with the technology? They have some experience with learning. That's yellow, right? Risk. How much experience does the team have with the subject matter existing systems and target users? They're experts. They really understand this stuff. Um, are they able to focus? No. Ooh, that's a red flag. So you can quickly go through, and we'll go through the different categories and see what kinds of risks you guys have. So, have you clearly defined the system and process current state? Right? If you haven't, that's a huge risk. So it just turns things red, yellow, or green, and you can quickly answer these questions without much work. So literally in probably 30 minutes, you can find out whether your project is red or green, and then you can identify things you can do to mitigate that. So the questions are things about technology, proven, stable, scalable for production use. Are they used in your company? Similar? Any special certifications? Again, we'll look here. Customer value. Can you clearly articulate the problem you're trying to solve and why it matters? Again, basic stuff, but things people overlook all the time. Have you done usability and value testing? You haven't done that? Doesn't really matter how much work you've done, you still have a high risk project. Now let's go here. Let's look at adoption barriers. This is something everybody overlooks. So, are there regulatory issues? How much additional time work is required on an ongoing basis to achieve the expected benefits? Right? It's one thing to say, yeah, it saves all this money, makes this money, but if it adds time and work, good luck. How much costs and IT work is required? If it revolves a significant amount, that's a huge red flag because oftentimes the migrations take way longer than the actual development. Also here, change management. Do you have a detailed and staff change management plan? Basics, so user acceptance testing. So again, just a series of questions, things I identified over the years. And then replacement modernization. Too many people try to think they can get away with an MVP, a less than, and instead, right, the real question is, does it replace everything? Does it allow them to continue doing their job? If it's not, that's really going to be a huge red flag. And now you can go here and view your risk score, right? I just did this in a few seconds. What you can see is it begins to track how many of these things are red, yellow, or green. And it's okay in the beginning that you have lots of red because you're expected to have high uncertainty and complexity. And the goal here is how do you get from red to yellow and green? And this is the exact opposite of what traditionally happens. You start out green when you really have no clue, you have all these issues, you're calling it green, and then you're waiting until almost the very end of what's supposedly the end, and then it turns yellow and red and blows up in everybody's faces. This way you can address the issues early, manage expectations, and have a much more successful project. So check it out, download it, let me know what you think. And I'm going to be making enhancements. And if you subscribe and buy, you'll get those. So thanks a lot.